As we approach the holiday season, you'll start to see those familiar red kettles outside local businesses. But this isn't the only thing the Salvation Army has coming up. Joining me now to tell us about the Christmas season at the Salvation Army, Major James Taylor, Corps Officer. It's wonderful to have you here.
Well,
this is a busy time. Yeah, of course, the Salvation Army busy all year round, but we get into the holidays and things start
It
to
really
heat
ramps up. It sure does.
Well, how many folks do you serve? Could you give us a ballpark estimate?
Well, it depends on what you mean by serve, because we do, like you said, we do a number of things. For instance, we have our Thanksgiving Day meal, and we'll serve about 300 meals Thanksgiving Day, and so we'll have about 100 volunteers that come out and assist us, and it's just a good day. And then we have our Christmas, where we assist families for Christmas. And we'll have anywhere from 600 to 700 families that we'll be assisting. More than 2,000 children will be receiving Christmas gifts because of the work that the Salvation Army does. So it all depends on what the service is that the Salvation Army is rendering.
Of course, if there are people without a home, I mean, that's a very big part of what you do in serving the community, and those that find themselves homeless, and certainly in the winter months, that's the worst. It's
been kind of a strange fall. You know, it had the cold snap early in November. Then it got warm again, and who knows what's going to be like for the next few weeks. But when we have 20 beds in our men's shelter, and they're not normally full, okay? But when that cold snap hit the beginning of November, we not only had every bed full, we had 18 men that we put on cots and blankets on the floor to get them out of that cold, what I call killer cold weather. And the same was true at our Sally's House, our women's and families shelter. Same thing, every bed full, women and children on the floor, so that we could get them out of the weather. And so there's a big demand for the work that the Salvation Army does around here.
And another part of what you do is to help folks, maybe get out of that cycle of homelessness.
We do. We have case managers that work with both of our shelters, as well as our case managers that work with the general population coming in to have help with utilities or groceries and things of that nature. So Salvation Army is, like you said, busy all year round, but there's something about the Christmas season, the holiday season, that there's just a big demand.
And of course, when you see those red kettles, do give generously because of the work that you all do.
The Salvation Army Red Kettle's been around since 1891. It's been around for a long time. And today, the Salvation Army Kettle is it's traditional, but it's also important. I mean, we have a goal of $175,000 to raise in those red kettles between about a 6-week period leading up to Christmas. And so as many volunteers as we can get out there to help us, the better, because the more kettles, the more opportunity for people to give. So if there are families out there are church groups, if there's civic organizations, if there's businesses that want to adopt a kettle for a day, it's real easy. They go to registertoring.com. That's it, registertoring.com, and it'll bring up a selection. You type in Waco, Texas, and it'll give you a drop-down box of all the different locations and dates that you can choose from. So registertoring.com is the way to volunteer.
And they'll get you set up. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
all that you do.